Ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about something society doesn't want us to discuss anymore. Something that's been swept under the rug, buried under layers of self-care propaganda. It's okay to cry posters, and everyone's obsession with being nice. Let me ask you this. When did we become so damn soft? When did the idea of being a man, a protector, a provider, a warrior become offensive? And why? In a world that's more competitive and cutthroat than ever, are we being told that sensitivity is the way forward? We've got 30 days left in this year. 30 days to decide how you're going to enter 2025. Are you going to waltz in with your head down, apologizing for your ambitions? Or are you going to charge in like a goddamn lion, hungry, determined, and unstoppable? That's the choice you have. Because here's the truth no one wants to admit. The world doesn't care about your feelings. Your boss doesn't care. Your competition doesn't care. Hell, even the people closest to you don't care as much as you think. What the world cares about is results, strength, resolve, the ability to deliver under pressure. Where we went wrong. Let's start with the elephant in the room, the constant push to make men more sensitive. Every time you turn on the TV or scroll through social media, you're bombarded with messages telling you to open up, be vulnerable, and embrace your emotions. Now, I'm not saying you should bury everything deep down until you explode. No. Emotional control is a skill, not an excuse. But this nonsense about putting sensitivity over strength, that's where we went wrong. Let me put it this way. When your house is on fire, do you want a firefighter who's crying about how hot it is, or one who's kicking down the door and getting you out? When your family's in danger, do you want someone who's in touch with their emotions, or someone who's ready to fight tooth and nail to protect them? We've raised a generation of men who are so scared of offending someone, so afraid of stepping on toes, that they've forgotten how to stand tall. They've been taught that masculinity is toxic, that ambition is selfish, and that wanting to win makes you some kind of villain. Well, guess what? Winning matters. Winning feeds your family. Winning pays the bills. Winning builds a legacy. Why strength matters? Strength, physical, mental, emotional, is the backbone of masculinity. It's what separates the leaders from the followers, the fighters from the quitters. And let's not pretend strength is just about hitting the gym. Although if you're not taking care of your body, you're already losing the game. Strength is about resilience. It's about standing your ground when the world is trying to knock you down. It's about refusing to be a victim, no matter how hard life gets. Life is hard, gentlemen. It always has been, and it always will be. You're going to face rejection, failure, heartbreak, and loss. You're going to have days where everything feels like it's falling apart. And in those moments, what's going to save you? Sensitivity, tears. No. What saves you is grit, determination, the refusal to quit. Let me give you a reality check. The world is not fair. Some people start with more money, more connections, more opportunities. You can either sit there and cry about it, or you can outwork them, outsmart them, outlast them. That's what strength looks like. The final 30 days of 2024. Now let's bring this home. There are 30 days left in this year. 30 days to prove to yourself what you're made of. You don't have to wait for January 1st to make a change. New Year's resolutions are for people who need permission to start over. Winners don't wait for permission. They take action now. Here's my challenge to you. Treat these next 30 days like a battlefield. Wake up every morning with one goal: to dominate the day. Whether it's at the gym, at work, or in your personal life, approach every task with a warrior's mindset. No excuses, no complaining, just action. If you've been slacking off at the gym, these next 30 days are your chance to rebuild. Every rep, every set, every drop of sweat is a step toward reclaiming your strength. If your career is stuck in neutral, use these 30 days to put in the extra hours, learn the skills, make the connections, prove to yourself and everyone else that you're not here to play small. If your relationships are falling apart, stop blaming other people and start leading. Be the man your family, your partner, your kids need you to be. And here's the kicker. These 30 days are not about perfection. You're going to mess up. You're going to stumble. But every time you fall, you get back up. You don't whine about it. You don't sit there feeling sorry for yourself. You get up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. The myth of work-life balance. Now, I know some of you are already thinking, but what about balance? What about self-care? Let me be blunt. Balance is a luxury for people who've already won. If you're still climbing, still fighting, you don't have the right to coast. You don't get to take your foot off the gas when the competition is out there grinding harder than you. This doesn't mean you neglect your health or your family, but it does mean you stop using balance as an excuse to avoid hard work. If you want to provide for your loved ones, if you want to build something worth being proud of, then the grind comes first. The war on masculinity. Let's not ignore the bigger picture here. Society doesn't want you to be strong. It doesn't want you to be ambitious. It wants you to be compliant, docile, and dependent. Why? Because strong men are hard to control. Strong men challenge the status quo. Strong men refuse to settle for mediocrity. Look around you. The media, the education system, the corporate world. They're all designed to strip you of your edge. They want you to believe that masculinity is a problem, that being competitive is toxic, that striving for greatness makes you a bad person. Don't fall for it. Being a man is not a crime. Wanting to succeed is not selfish, and refusing to apologize for who you are, that's your birthright. Toughen up or get left behind. Let me be crystal clear. The world is not going to get easier. The economy is uncertain. The job market is ruthless. The global stage is more competitive than ever. If you're not tough, if you're not willing to outwork, outthink, and outlast everyone else, you're going to get left behind. This isn't about being a bully or stepping on people to get ahead. It's about standing tall, taking responsibility for your life, and refusing to settle for less than you're capable of. It's about being the kind of man who, when life punches him in the face, punches back harder. Closing the year like a champion. So here's the question you need to ask yourself. How do you want to finish 2024? Do you want to look back on these last 30 days and see wasted time, missed opportunities, and excuses? Or do you want to see a man who gave everything he had, who left it all on the field, who set the tone for the year ahead? This is your moment. This is your chance to prove to yourself and to the world that you're not just another guy going through the motions. You're a force to be reckoned with. You're a leader, a fighter, a winner. The next 30 days are your proving ground. Make them count. So get out there, push harder, work smarter, be relentless, because the world doesn't need more sensitive men. It needs more strong ones, men who are unafraid to lead, to fight, to succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, the choice is yours. Weakness or strength, excuses or results, mediocrity or greatness. You decide. Now go make it happen.